Guys, in this video, we are going to learn about use callback function from React. React has basically a lot of inbuilt functions like use state, use effect, use callback, and there are many more inbuilt functions in React, which are basically called React hooks. Some of these functions like use state and use effect, we already know about and we use it a lot in our applications. But there are some functions like use callback, which we don't use very often because it's kind of optional to use these functions, but it's actually a good idea to use them, and we will discuss why. So it is basically used to improve the performance of the application and to improve the loading speed of the application. So we are going to look at how we can use callback function in a very simple project that we are going to build here, and we are going to explore how use callback function basically helps us to improve the performance of the application. So to understand use callback function, I'm just going to remove hello world here, and we are going to basically build a simple button here. And in the application, we are going to create a simple state, which is going to be count and set count, and this is going to be use state, and the initial value of the count can be 0, and here inside the button we can say increase, and we can also display whatever the value of count is. So I'm just going to display count here. So we got a button where we say increase and there is a value of count, and let's put a function here that is going to be on click function, and when someone is going to click on this button, we are going to call a function that is going to be handle click, and here at the top I'm just going to create a function that is going to be handle click, and this handle click function is going to change our count to count plus 1. So basically this handle click function is increasing our count by 1. It's setting our count to count plus 1, which is a very simple logic here. So here on the div tag, I'm just going to put a basic styling so we can see the button clearly on the screen. So we can say display is going to be flex direction is going to be column, and we can justify the content to center, and we can also align the items in the center of the page, and let's give it a height of 100 VH. So that's the basic styling that we want to put on the button. And here on the button also, I'm just going to say the background color is going to be black. Color of this button, let's make it white, and let's increase the width of this button to 300 pixels. Height is going to be 50 pixels, and let's make the font size on this button as 30 pixels. So now we can see this button on the screen very clearly, and that's good. If I click on increase, so this is basically going to increase the count to count plus 1, and we can see the count increasing here. This is good. Now what we can do is here above the return statement, I'm just going to console log my count, and if I do that and if I inspect this application, so if I have a look at my console and if I'm going to click on this, my count is being logged into my console, and we can see that the count is being logged twice, which means that this component is rendering once again when we click on this to reflect all the changes that are happening on the count on the screen, which is good. So as of now, we don't need use callback function in this application. This is working fine. The application is rendering only once when the count is increasing, which is good. But as the application is going to grow in number of components that are there in the application, probably we'll be able to use callback function to improve the performance of the application. So to create such scenario, I'm just going to create another component in this application. So here under the source, let me create another component here. Let's say that this component is going to be a button, so let's call it button.jsx, and here I'm just going to create a new component. This is going to be button, and here actually we are going to just place a button, and this button is going to be click me. So here in app.jsx, I'm just going to import my button here at the top. So we are going to say import button from /button. So we have imported the button component here. So I'm just going to place my button component below my increase button. So here we can see click me. So here, just to give a little bit of spacing between the two, we can say the gap is going to be 5 pixels. Let's make it 10 pixels. And here on the button, I'm just going to copy the styling that we applied on the increase button, and we are going to put the same styling on click me button. And what we are going to do here is we are going to pass the same handle click function to this button. So I can say this is going to receive a function that is going to be on click, and this function is going to be handle click, or let's call it handle click. So we are passing the handle click function as a prop to this button. So here I'm just going to import that function handle click, and here on the click me button, I'm just going to put the same function by using an on click event listener, and this is going to be handle click. So basically both the buttons are doing the same thing. They are increasing the count to count plus 1, and it's the same function that is being called by clicking on both the buttons. So let's see what's happening here. If I click on this, I can see the console log count because the parent component is being rendered. So here on the button, I'm just going to console log again. So here I'm just going to say that console log child component rendered, and we are going to change this console log and we are going to say parent component rendered. So these two components basically have parent child relationship. So I'm just going to clear the console. If I click on this, I can see that the parent component is being rendered and child component is also being rendered. So if I click on increase button, the count is increasing and the parent and child components are being rendered. And if I click on click me button, the same thing is happening. The parent component is being rendered and child component is also being rendered. Now the problem with this logic is we definitely want the parent component to be rendered, because on the parent component we are displaying the count here on the screen, and the count will only change if the component will re-render. But here on the child component, nothing is changing actually. When we click on, let's say, increase button here again, our parent component is rendering again, which is good because we want to see the change on the screen. But the child component is also being rendered again, which is not good because nothing is really changing on the child component. Child component has basically just a button and handle click function is being passed to it. In this scenario, we do not want our child component to render because nothing is changing here. So first we need to understand why child component is being rendered, why React is rendering the child component. We can see that the parent component is being rendered because the state which we have defined in the parent component, that is count and set count, is changing when we click on the button. So on the parent component, because state is changing, so it's definitely going to re-render. But if we look at the child component is not having any state, and the state that is changing in the parent component, which is count, is not even being passed to it and not being used here in the child component. So it's kind of weird that React is rendering the child component as well. Again, when we click on increase, we have to understand why this is happening, because I'm passing the handle click function to my child component, and this handle click function is being used in the child component. So basically when I click on increase, the React is going to think by default that there has been some change on the handle click function, and probably because handle click function is being used in the child component, so React is going to think probably I need to re-render the child component. But here, by looking at the application, we can see that there is no change that is happening on the handle click function. Handle click function stays the same when we click on this button. But how React works is, whenever we click on this button, React creates a handle click function once again in the memory. It's not going to reuse the handle click function that is being created on the first render. So on the first render, the handle click function is defined, but when we click on this, it's going to recreate the handle click function somewhere in the memory. So that's how React works. And because handle click function is being recreated, that means React is going to think that there has been change in the handle click function, and it's going to re-render all the child components that are using handle click function, which is basically going to impact performance of the application if there are like a lot of child components which are using this function. So that's where our useCallback function is going to be helpful, and we are going to use our useCallback function. What this is going to do is, whenever the application is going to be rendered for the first time, we are going to tell React that you need to remember this handle click function and do not recreate this function when I click on the button again. Use the same function when I click on the button here. So in that case, if there is no change happening on the handle click function, automatically the child component is not going to be re-rendered. So basically we have to fix this handle click function with the help of useCallback. So for a moment, I'm just going to comment this handle click function here and create a copy of it. So here under the new handle click function, we are basically going to wrap it under a useCallback function. So I'm just going to wrap it like this, and we are going to pass the dependencies as this. So this is going to fix our handle click function. And if we wrap it under useCallback, basically this is not going to be able to access this variable here. So here we are going to change a little bit of logic. We can say that whatever the previous state was, just change it to previous +1. So we made a very little change here. We just wrapped this new handle click function under a useCallback and changed a logic here. So now if I'm just going to click on increase here, there is actually no change. We can see that still the child component is being re-rendered when we click on the increase button, because we can see two renders here. One is the parent and the child. So basically we have to do one more step to actually make it work. So what useCallback function is doing here is telling React to remember this function and do not recreate recreate it when someone is going to click on this button. That means in the application, once the handle click function is created on the first render, React is never going to recreate it in the memory when we use this button to increase the count. So that's one step. But here in the child component, we need a way to tell React that do not render this child component unless the handle click function changes. So in the first component, we have made sure that now handle click function will never change. It will be created only once on the first render. And here in the child component, we need to tell React do not re-render this component unless handle click function changes. So how we can tell React is by using Memo. So basically what we have to do is we have to wrap this entire component under React Memo. So here I'm just going to say react.memo and we are going to start the brackets and I'm just going to end the brackets right here. So basically I wrapped the entire component under Memo and this is going to tell React do not re-render this component unless handle click is going to change. So I'm just going to refresh my application here. And now on the first render, we see that parent is rendered, child is rendered, and I'm going to clean this console. And now if I click on increase, we can see that only the parent component is being rendered, child component is not being rendered. So basically we were able to bring down the number of times the application is re-rendering, which in turn will increase the performance and the speed of the application. So guys, I hope you got a very good understanding of use callback and how to use Memo in your React applications. So if you found a value in this video, leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you in the next one.